slap the hell out. Oh, shucky ducky, quack, quack.
Some comeuppance. Wait a minute. What the? Wait a minute. Jade Cargill has attacked Naomi. Jacob Plateau just screwed Solo.
Everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Neurodiverse. I'm your host, John Arroyo. I know I haven't been able to make videos lately. I just moved back to college. It's literally like the first week of college, so I'm trying to figure my schedule when it comes to that. But I'm here to review Clash of Paris. It was really good. The build-up was good. And let's get right into it, because the main event had a giant shocker. We had a crazy brawl between Rusev and Sheamus. Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella put on a decent show. Logan Paul showcased why he should still be in WWE and people should stop underestimating him. And the tag team match was lit, so let's get right into it. So we start things off with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in a really good match. So Bronson Reed came out. I loved how he had the coat, the shoes. Like he was given like he knew he was the boss. Like I love it. Like that confidence. I've never seen Bronson Reed like this confident. You can tell like he's getting more of that time to talk on the mic, wrestle, so you really see that. Roman always brings out the aura perfect. The match started with both men just standing and looking at each other, but then right away it got intense. Reed took down Roman. Roman tried to fight everything he got first time. It didn't work, but Roman was able to super punch him down and then punch him in the corner with punches. Crazy back and forth, like literally. Bronson Reed does a dive on the outside. Roman does a dive. Not a dive, but he like bangs Reed's head on like the announce table back and forth. It was crazy because Roman needed to use more of his speed and power to overthrow Reed. But at the end, it was really cool. So Reed nearly went with a tsunami drop attempt. But then it set out powerbomb, but Roman showed us resiliency, finishing with a counter Superman punch to the top rope and then steals the win with a spear. Roman gets the shoes back, he signs it, he's giving it to the fans, and then out of nowhere, Braun Breaker spears him through a table and then spears him again on the outside. Security is literally putting Roman in a stretcher. Bronson Reed does 3 Tsunami drops, literally obliterating Roman. He's about to go for a 4th one, but Jey Uso stops it until Breaker spears him, taking him out. And we'll see that later in the main event, but due to that, Jey is injured. After the match, Adam Pearce says, "You guys would not be involved in the main event. If I even see you come into the arena, you'll be suspended without payment." Breaker and Reed are mad, but they leave because, you know, like if they come back, they're suspended for a month or 2 without pay. I will be mad too, so hey. And that would lead into the main event because Seth had someone else help him. That was a big surprise and I loved it, but we will talk about that soon. Then we had the tag team title match of Wyatt Sicks versus the Street Profits. I loved it. So the Street Profits came out in Borderline, like based off the new Borderline game. I love the gear, the max. It was really cool. Wyatt Sicks, you know, they always bring the energy. And the match had a little bit of foreshadowing in the beginning because, you know, Dawkins and Montez was arguing about who to go first. Dawkins puts his hand up and says, "I want to go first." So he goes against Dexter. They do a good back and forth. And then Joe Gacy gets in, almost takes out Dawkins, beating him down. So I don't know, when Montez surprisingly attacks himself and Dawkins looked mad. So then Dawkins have to leave the ring, and Montez takes out Gacy with high-flying spots and moves and athleticism. And then it started to look like the Wyatt Sicks could lose. It could Dawkins and Montez was arguing. B-Fab told him, you need to work together. She kind of controlled them from disputing with each other. They actually took down the Wyatt Sicks with a court screw splash, a dive on the outside by Angelo, like taking them out. Really impressive. But each guy was kind of fighting alone, and I kind of liked it. I think we kind of see like, okay, if they went solo, this is how they would go. But at the end, we had Rowan show up, but Montez took him out with a dive over the ring post. But then Nikki Cross got involved, pulling Montez's leg on the ring apron so Uncle Howdy can hit it. Sister Abigail DDT put him back in the ring and had the Wyatt Sicks hit their finisher for the win. Most likely, what did this mean? Most likely, I can see Montez Ford and Andrew Dawkins breaking up. And if that's the case, I would love to see Montez Ford in a title picture. Maybe move him to Raw, make him go after the IC. I could see Dawkins not now going after a title, but having a feud. So maybe the feud against Dawkins and Montez to build them up before they separate, I think would be really good. But a really good match, and actually one of my favorite matches of the night. And then we had the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. And I'm going to say this now. It was a good match, but Becky Lynch literally outshined Nikki Bella. The match was physical right away. Nikki Bella started attacking her, throwing Becky into the steps, pulling her hair, slapping, reversals. The storyline of two veterans trying to out-tough each other and out-wrestle each other was good, but Becky was the better wrestler. Becky hit a leg drop from the second rope. She was doing a lot of big spots. Nikki Bella too, but I noticed when Nikki Bella did it, I think because she's still, this is her like second or third match back. Like you could tell she's a little rusty, and Becky was kind of helping her through. Especially when she tried to hit some of her finishers, it did look a little sloppy. I'm not saying that she's a bad wrestler. I'm just saying that like you can tell like Nikki is still getting used to getting back to the ring. But it was a good match. Near the end, it was just chaos. Becky pulls the steel steps, revealing one. She's about to hit a manhandle slam, but Nikki bangs her head into the ring post about like 6-7 times and then hits the Bella Buster. And then back in the ring, Nikki hits the Fearless Lock. I guess that's her submission. I knew she had a submission, but I guess they don't want to call it the F9 because that's like John Cena, so I guess they're calling it the Fearless Lock. But great reversals between the Fearless Lock and the armbar by Becky and the armbar. Like good back and forth. We didn't know who was going to tap out, but at the end, Becky does a roll up for the win, showing that she is more of the veteran and more skilled. But it seems like we can get a rematch because it seems like this storyline will maybe not just be the end. I feel like it's going to be a second match to this. I just have a feeling. But no matter what, good match, and I'm really surprised that this was the only women's match on the card. I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, okay. But it was a pretty decent match, no matter what. Then we had an old good-fashioned Donnybrook match, Sheamus versus Rusev. And it was a slugfest. Guys, we had tables, we had barrels, we had sticks. Everything came into play. Sheamus dished out punishment. Rusev was aggressive. Rusev put Sheamus through a wooden box.
Bye, Felicia.
Like, it was some stuff that was like, what the hell is going on? And then near the end, Sheamus hits a white noise through on top of the stack of barrels into a table. Like, it was just pure chaos, but then to finish the match, Rusev and Sheamus are fighting over the shillelagh, like the stick. And Sheamus gets stuck with the shillelagh in between his mouth, and Rusev is tapping him out with the camel clutch for the win. That was pretty good, hard-hitting, and it feels like just the beginning of the feud, because the other matches is, but I really like this match, and I'm going to say this is one of my favorite matches of the night. Like, it was really different from the show, and I really liked it. Then we had John Cena versus Logan Paul, and I thought this match was great. I'm going to say this. It's going to be a little controversial, but I feel like this match was way better than John versus Cody. Only because they was hitting moves that looked realistic. Because I liked the John and Cody match at SummerSlam, but at the same time, it was super unrealistic. It was like so. If you ever play WWE 2K and you put like 50 finishers on a wrestler, you set the finishers to unlimited. It was like that. This match actually had a build like in the match, and it was kind of good. Unexpected, Logan Paul kind of stirred. He kind of outshined John Cena a bit in this match, I'm not gonna lie. Hitting multiple zigzags, but John Cena hits a flatliner. Good back and forth, but new tricks. John Cena hits a code red, even a Styles clash. John Cena even hits an AJ Styles move. I thought it was cool. But then Logan Paul hits a big elbow cut. And near the end, Logan Paul tries to hit the 5-knuckle shuffle. The first time he didn't hit it. The second time he does. But near the end, on the top rope, Logan Paul's getting ready to hit a move, but John Cena gets him down, hits an AA, and then when Paul tried to hit a punch with his metal arm, I guess, under AA to steal the win. Really good match, and I kind of liked it. It was like that good, like back and forth, and I can see like Logan Paul like in the future being big in WWE. Like I don't think like this is just like, oh, just a small thing. He's actually like working to be a wrestler, and I kind of like it. And then guys, we had the main event. And the main event was just hectic and just so much fun. So we had the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, LA Knight, and CM Punk. An absolute banger, okay? Like, we got alliances, betrayals, multi-man spots. So we start the match with everyone talking about, like, okay, or do we all go after Seth or not? But, you know, I don't know where LA Knight just beats the hell out of Jey because, you know, last week, and LA Knight says, I don't trust no one. So that leads into LA and Punk fighting, and Seth waits on the outside for a little bit of the match. You know, like, I liked that. Seth, most of the match, he was kind of like hiding, not really getting that much involved, waiting for his moment. Good architect, you know, Seth Rollins. So the match was good, really good back and forth. Wild multi-man spots, like all men just going at it like crazy. And then one of the best parts of the match was everyone teaming up on Seth, because Seth was beating down Punk in the corner. Everyone beats him up on the outside. And then LA Knight and Punk tells Jey, get the table. We're going to go 3D. We're going to go Dudley style. So on the outside, they're setting up the table. And Jey Uso out of nowhere super kicks the hell out of CM Punk, knocking him out. Yes. Jey Uso is taking Roman Reigns' advice and not listening to him and be his own person. And then later, LA Knight is fighting Seth, and then out of nowhere, Jey Uso kicks LA Knight to the crowd, and then they brawl. And then everyone brawls in the crowd in Paris. Back in the ring, chaos. Seth hits all his finishers on each man, trying to get the win, but that doesn't work. And then craziness. Near the end, on the outside, LA Knight trying to hit an elbow drop to Punk on the announce table, but Punk moves out the way after LA Knight and Jey Uso kind of fight on the top rope. So LA Knight goes through the announce table, pretty much taking him out of the match. After that, we don't see LA Knight for the rest of the match because he's pretty much knocked the hell out. Back in the ring, the only people left were Seth, Punk, and Jey Uso. Great back and forth, great multi-man finisher spots. Jey Uso hitting a spear on Punk, but then Seth hits a curve stomp, almost taking out both men. That doesn't work. But near the end, Jey Uso gets taken out, so then it's Punk and Seth. And near the end, Punk is about to hit the GTS because Seth is too tired. I don't know where somebody low blows CM Punk. And I knew right away who it was. Because, guys, it was no Breaker. It was no Reed. Heyman was knocked out. Heyman got injured early in the night. So it was the one and only, the man, Becky Lynch. Yes, Becky Lynch came to save her man, Seth Rollins. And we know where this is going. So pretty much after Becky Lynch low blows CM Punk, yells in his face, you think you're the man, Seth hits a curve stop warning. After the match, they're gloating in front of everyone. Becky is literally waving the belt, and Seth says, you can't do nothing about it, and they leave. We all know where this is going, and I cannot wait. If this means Seth is bringing AJ Lee back to have that mixed tag team match, have it at WrestleMania. I can see it. Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, CM Punk, mixed tag team match at Mania. Guys, I feel like this could be happening. Because why did Becky help Seth and then, like, kind of got in Punk's face a bit? Kind of rubbing it in. I feel like we're gonna, or I don't know. We have LA Knight, we have Jey, maybe one of them brings someone else. But I feel like Becky is a part of Seth's new faction. If that's the case, we're going to see a lot more Becky and Seth on TV, and I love it. I felt like it's a really good pay-per-view. The standouts for me were the Street Profits. I feel like if they're going to go solo, this was a perfect way to do it, like kind of tease it. The main event, All Man did great. Becky Lynch kind of stole the show in her match in the main event, showing that the man is still here to play. And the Wyatt Sicks still hold the titles, so we don't know who can defraud them. Pretty much that was my review of Clash in Paris. Guys, wrestling is getting hyper than ever. WWE just made a deal with SPN, so the next couple events, the next big event is WrestlePalooza. And that was an old, like, I think WCW or ECW show. And I think it's rumored that they're going to add different brands. Like, I think it's rumored that they're going to maybe have NXT, AAA, and maybe TNA in the mix at WrestlePalooza. I don't know. But the next live event is Worlds Collide, and I cannot review that because, you know, I love Lucha. So AAA is going to be coming back with a wrestling review. But guys, pretty much, I love doing this stuff. I'm going to say this now. It's going to be a little bit of struggle just because of my college schedule, because I'm a third-year student, and this is something I really like to do. I love to, like, talk about wrestling, one of my hobbies, but I would love to do this in the future as, like, journalism or have a podcast or, like, interview wrestlers. So, like, this is really good. But I'm just saying it now, like, it's going to be a working schedule. So if you don't see a lot of content, it's mostly because I am working on college. But I'm going to try the best I can to post. But hopefully you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.